Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino. We're looking at the last beer that was left here from the May Beer Festival. The beer festival happened May 14th. Today is July 20th, so 2 months since it's been here. It's a Doppelbock, though. It can sit. This is actually from Nick's area. This is from New Brunswick. This is La Brasserie de Petit-Sault. It's La Renous Doppelbock, which is 7.5% alcohol. It looks like a Renault. The Renault is a French car. If you watched the English version of Top Gear, while Top Gear was still on the BBC, before they canceled it because of the Jeremy Clarkson parts, they brought it back, but it can't be the same. It doesn't have Jeremy Clarkson or Brad May or Richard Hammond. But if you watched those, you would have seen a lot of Renaults. The Renaults were used in a lot of different things. Yeah, and because everything, like the Acadian in New Brunswick, at least in this area of New Brunswick, must be big because the first language on everything in here is French, and English is the second language. That being said, I decided to get a French glass. I grabbed my Kronenberg 1664 glass. So let's open this up. We'll grab the Soul opener. Yeah, I know it's not French, but it's what is closest to me. And we'll do a couple opens around the cap because the punter wants me to try and save some caps for him. There we go. Back to straight. He's like, hey, you drink a lot of beer. Can you save me some caps? And I'm like, I don't drink a lot of beer. What are you talking about? I am a good little boy. I do not drink a lot of beer. Oh, look. It's the original Nickelbrook, when Better Bitters was really a big part of it. The original Nickelbrook logo. That's right. We're going old school today. Alrighty, let's pour the Renault. I think when it comes to box, I personally like regular box more than Doppelbocks myself. Which is weird because I am a malt maniac, so you think the Doppelbock would be more my thing. However, visually, I love this beer. Beautiful amber red color. Little tiniest bit of haze. I mean, I can see my hands, but not the greatest. Little tiniest bit of head, just a slight little touch up there. Smell. Oh. Oh shit, this was bottled in April 12th. Nice. So it's actually it's not even as old as I thought. I thought I've been sitting on it for 2 months, but it's only 3 months old. And it's a Doppelbock, so that's not bad. Smell is in all honesty, not that great. There is a little bit of molasses to it. But with that molasses is a little bit of a little bit of a sulfuric scent, and I've had enough beers from Brasserie de Petit-Sault to know that they don't really have a lot of water clarity problems. They don't have the minerals in their water that would make that sulfuric scent. At least every beer I've had by them, if they did have it, they've gotten rid of it. Actually, London has Anderson Brewing now, which is being ran by, I believe his name is Gavin Anderson. No, it might not be Gavin. I might have the first name wrong, but he was the brewmaster at the Brasserie de Petit-Sault at one point. Cheers, guys. Let's try this beer. Okay, so not a gross beer, not an offensive beer, not anything like that, But of all the beers I've had from La Brasserie de Petit-Sault, this is probably my least favorite. It's very light-bodied for a Doppelbock. I'd say a light, maybe at the most medium light, but I don't even think it would hit medium. I think it's like light medium. A little bit of a burnt coffee flavor, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of molasses. That's all I've picked up so far. Yeah. A little bit of caramel, a little bit of molasses, a little bit of burnt coffee. Not a bad beer. Not a bad beer. A little bit of a silky mouthfeel. Micro bubbles carbonation-wise. Maybe it didn't have the greatest seal, but it did hiss when I opened it up. This is not a bad beer. It's just not really my thing. And like I said, I like Bocks, I like Doppelbocks. I think I like Bocks more than Doppelbocks personally. But this beer isn't bad, it's just not great for me. I will give it one huge caveat. It is 7.5% alcohol, and drinking it, I would think it's like 4.5. There is no alcohol flavor on it at all. There's no alcohol burn on it at all. No warming, nothing. Which means, if I was Guy, this would be a very, very dangerous beer. I found a lighter. I found some primetime cigars. I might actually have a cigar tonight. Yeah, so, not a bad beer, just not really my type of beer. Out of 10 on this beer, probably a 6. There's nothing offensive about it at all, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't personally like it all that much. I'll drink the rest of this while I watch my last episode of Family Guy. No, I'm not watching Family Guy right now. I don't know why I said Family Guy. Oh, because Seth MacFarlane makes the show I'm watching at the moment. I'm watching American Dad at the moment. I never cared for it when it was on TV 12 years ago. But right now, I'm actually finding a lot of the episodes somewhat amusing. So thank you, Nick, for sending this out. It's too bad we didn't get to it while you were here. And yeah, it's not a bad beer. I like the little hand grenade bottles too. So I'll put this off to the side because we'll drink it while we're watching the show. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.